Peace, y'all. Beginning today's edition. Whatsoever that may do good may also do harm. Whatsoever that may do good may also do harm. And moderation is key, the principle of moderation. An elder told me many years ago, it was, man, I stand on it too. Try and be happy and live as long as you can. Try and be happy and live as long as you can. That comes to mind when I think of it, right? In moderation, right? Enjoy life. Enjoy life, not the things of it, not the things of this life. And to clear it up in context, don't enjoy the things of this life too much that you become attached to it. It's moderation. Too much of anything ain't good. Too much of anything ain't good. Whatever it is that may bring or do good may also do harm. I mean, what good is it to have all the things? What good is it to have all the things if nobody was to look at them? Ambition, it's a good thing. It's a good thing. It can become bad if too much. You got too much of it, right? Money is a good thing. Too much of it could do harm, right? I'm just saying moderation is all. I like to show gratitude, And disclaimer, I always say this when I get to talking on my conscious motivational talk. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with having good things. I'm not saying that. Just, enjoy it in moderation. You don't want to enjoy the things of this world too much. Not too much. The simplest things, yeah. Those are the things, those are the things. You see a mother, father, and son, right? Or daughter, right? Mother, father, and a child, right? Sharing that moment, them little things that just make anybody smile, right? It could be the villain to make the villain cry. You did, like, in that regard, right? Those are the things that you enjoy, live, laugh, love, on that type time, right? The things, to have all the things is what I'm referring to. Like, enjoy those things, enjoy that boat, enjoy that, that fast car, right? Enjoy, right? Enjoy it. Just not too much, or not so much that you come attached to it. And without it, you can't function, or it dampens, or it hinders your ability to appreciate things that would make a villain cry, the thing that'll make a villain smile. You know what I mean? You see the mother goose with the little ducklings. You know what I mean? Following behind it, things like that. The little dogs, the pups grabbing. Little things like that don't make you, smile at it. Then, you're not really living, laughing, and loving. You're not enjoying this thing. And I just say all that to say, whatsoever that may do good may also do harm. It may also do harm. Just because it's good for you, too much of it, too much of water, right? If you drink too much water, it ain't gonna be good for you no more. It can have a reverse or flip effect that could harm you, be harmful to you, harmful to your health. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Other than that, man, it's truly wonderful, man. We woke up on the good side. On the good side, man. To be able to be seen and to see others, man. An opportunity to breathe again. That's truly wonderful might even be an understatement, right? But you know, it's the beginning, man. It's the beginning, man, of another one. Like I say, you know, the day's edition. It's the day's edition. Every time I come out here, man, every time I come out here on this trail, right? And I be having so many things I be wanting to get out there, get out there and talk about, right? And then it's like, while getting my thoughts in order, it'd be something, go to another, it go to the other. I'd be like, man, that's why I love to get outside and experience this, man. I don't even, I see why when I was young, right? I used to see somebody, just sitting on the park bench, watching the ducks. I don't know if it's me and things that fly. It's almost like you understand them when you pay attention. Like they're no different than us. You know what I mean? Like you have to be able to kind of watch yourself or watch things from the all-seeing eye, right? From the all-seeing eye, and just watch things kind of play out. I do that with myself sometimes, right? I try to do it more. If when I think about it, I try to do it. Kind of watch myself like sitting on the bench, as you might watch the geese interact with each other or with life. You know what I mean? Or watch anything wild, anything in nature, something that doesn't speak words, right? And I try to watch it play out and see if you could really understand it. At the end of the day, we all things are a part of the same moving part in real life, not material things, not the material things that we build up in this life, like things that we let ourselves get attached to. The house, the car, the boat, the idea of a relationship. If you really think about it, when you look at the geese, that the ducks and I don't know about the ducks so much, but like the geese, they're with their partner until one of them to death to them. They're with the same partner. You know what I mean? They probably don't go through relationship problems. They have arguments on where they're going to eat at, and things like that. What sneaks to get the kids from school. You know what I mean? That type of thing, right? Whose car they drive. They don't get into those things. So just sitting back and sometimes and letting things play out. From, I don't want to say. Kind of from the mind, but not from my mind, but more or less from the mind, right? Not my mind, from the mind, the all-seeing mind or the all-seeing eye, right? And try to, just watch life play out. Because if really you think about memories, like the memory bank and everything like that of us, right? It's sort of like you're looking at it from a lens that is not these lenses. We call it memory, but then your memory kind of can get shaky when you really try to focus in on a memory, right? It's like, oh, well, this could have happened instead of that, or maybe that other thing could have happened, right? So just watch this thing kind of play out with no, let go of the senses of fear or getting attached to too much or kind of overdoing it or overthinking it, right? In that regard. You know what I mean? It's just simpler that way. You know what I mean? And enjoy the small little things, man. Enjoy your trinkets too. Enjoy the finer things, I guess, right? Some people may call it, right? But, material things break down, the novelty wears out and you want more. Then we get into hoarding or get over ambition of as going in, to getting them and doing certain things and compromising ourselves going to go getting certain things. And those things don't hold up over time. They don't withstand the test of time. Only us building and growing. You understand? Like self-development, through disciplines and through awareness and study of self. And it's non-stop. I'm not where I need to be, right? But I'm certainly not where I used to be, right? And every opportunity that we get to grow or to learn or get to know, right, is a blessing. It's a chance. It's an opportunity for advancement. What good is having all the things if it's not to help someone else, right? Goes hand in hand with what I said earlier. Like, what good is all the things if nobody was to look at them, right? You'll just have all these things, and you're stockpiling these things. You got cars to the ceiling, right? Houses and money to the ceiling, right? If it's not, and if no one can see them, what's the point in having it? If it's not to help no one else, what's the point of having it? All right. What good is knowledge and wisdom or experiences, right? Learning if it's not to teach it, if it's just to keep it. So yeah, man. It's just one of those things, man, the difference in degrees that the challenges of the days make. Certain experiences can grow you in a different way. An experience may only have been, a matter of minutes or seconds. The data that you collected from it and was able to, download a whole nother software, a whole nother perspective, an outlook on a whole bunch, just by a mere encounter or a mere experience, no matter how long. Really, in regards to time, if we wasn't looking at a watch or a clock, we wouldn't have I don't know how cognizant I would be of what time is or how to keep it. Like, who's keeping time, man? Kind of take time out of it, right? You're either growing or you're not. You're either growing or you're not, I used to look at these things, man. We used to get those grays, right? They call them silver. I call them silver now, right? We used to get those grays, man. I know a lot of fallen soldiers ain't get a chance to get them. So with that, in that regard, I can take appreciation of them. Even getting them young. My idea of old ain't the same idea today as it used to be, many years ago. Yeah, what I think of old, I don't even. I very seldom use the word old. Not in regards of people. In regards to people, anyway. I don't even say, not in regards to people. Something old, I might say. Old video, maybe. You know what I mean? Or that song might be old. Meaning I heard it before, right? Type thing. Man. But yeah, man. It's a beautiful thing, man. I'm glad you can make it, man. Everybody have a truly wonderful, great everything. The beginning.